Hot on the heels of the Ontario government's announcement for the legal sale and use of marijuana, over 90 of the top cannabis industry experts are gathered at the first ever Grow Up Cannabis Conference and Expo here in Niagara Falls.
One of the main goals of this event is to bring people that are growing, that are licensed producers, people that want to be a part of the industry, whether you're a supplier, a manufacturer, if you want to have information about how to grow. It's about networking and bringing everybody together to be able to do business and elevate your company, as well as elevate the idea and the education on cannabis.
So how many people are you expecting to get over the next 2 days, and where are a lot of these people coming from?
We've been getting a tremendous response. We've got people coming all over from North America, as far as California, Florida, BC, I think we had one person from Denmark. So we've got them coming all over the place. I think a lot of people are really focusing on what Canada is doing and what we're ready to do in July. So they got their eyes on us. We're going to be over 2,000 to maybe 3,000 people over the weekend.
How is Canada, and more specifically Aurora, at the forefront of the massive global revolution?
Canadian companies like Aurora have a unique opportunity right now to essentially make cannabis safe for the world. Some companies like us, we are already moving into international markets. We're in Germany and Australia. We have plans to expand into other European Union countries. And the amazing thing right now is we have no US competition. Because cannabis remains federally illegal in the US, American companies can't do things like trade across state boundaries. They can't work with banks, so it's a largely cash business. And they can't raise the capital that they need to expand internationally. We don't have that problem. We're publicly listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and we've managed to raise more than $250 million in the last year. With those funds, we are able to create the infrastructure that we need in various countries around the world, and in a sort of a land grab, we will be the ones as Canadian companies that will set the pace for medical cannabis and ultimately consumer cannabis around the world. And there really is an element of Canadian patriotic pride in this.
Do you think we as a country were ready for this, or do you think it's a case of just a little bit too much too soon?
Well, we're trailblazers. I mean, we're one of the only kind of large country, in a G7 country especially, that has legalized cannabis federally or is going to very soon. Even the medical cannabis, we were early to legalize that as well in the way we have. So my view of this is a learning process. Health Canada in the beginning had to just try to use whatever they could find from other jurisdictions, smaller jurisdictions. But we have now become the gold standard. And what happens now is, and I get calls all the time, and a lot of people in the industry get calls from other countries, other governments saying, look at Canada's program you've built in the last 4 or 5 years, very high quality standards, very high security standards, very tight record keeping requirements, the audit requirements, all that we've built this industry to be, and Health Canada as the regulator is now an exportable commodity. And it's great for business, for import, export. We've got a lot of our knowledge from Canada going over to other countries. So I believe it really is something that is going to put Canada on the map in terms of being that gold standard that can really help other countries, other jurisdictions to ramp up cannabis, safe cannabis cultivation and processing and safe operation.
So talk a little bit about some of the economic impacts and benefits that Niagara residents can hope to see in the Niagara region with this new legislation going to be passed in July.
Well, we're expanding our production exponentially in Niagara-on-the-Lake. We just bought the property adjacent to our greenhouse. Tweed Farms already employs, rough estimate here, 70 to 100 people at any given time. And that will, we anticipate that will grow as the demand for legal cannabis grows. And one of the interesting things you're seeing in the Niagara region is that Niagara College is now offering a commercial cannabis production course, and that really iconifies just how integrated cannabis is becoming into regular institutions in mainstream society, and it really bodes well for job creation and just really bringing this industry that's already worth billions of dollars above board and creating wealth for Canadians everywhere, including Niagara.
Grow Up Conference and Expo will focus the next 2 days on education, collaboration, and development of the cannabis growing industry. For more information, please visit growupconference.com. Reporting for your TV, I'm Greg Lavelle.